musical guests, rock band Sleeping Band. Ladies and gentlemen, Addison, Rogers, and Mike
familiar. So nice.
Welcome back to the show. Mike Adams Show, Season 2, Episode 2. Woo. We were talking backstage. I feel like we finally rattled off the chains of Season 1, and we've really cranked it up for Season 2.
Oh my God, it's going great. It's like a real dream. Rocking that
It does feel like I'm in a dream. Nothing makes sense. Everything's a little distorted and weird. I also took, before the show, some cough medicine, some whiskey, and so I put some tiger balm in my nose.
Whoa! Riding high.
So I'm feeling good, feeling like a dream, living in a dream.
I had all of those things except for the cough medicine and the tiger balm. But I did eat some Cheez-Its earlier. Cheez-Its!
So that was earlier today.
Yeah,
I meant to ask you what you've been up to since Episode 1.
Just living the dream. That's the thing. I've taken the dream from our show, made it reality. It's just, this is life now.
Life is such a dream.
When I order stuff at the fast food restaurant, I'll often comment on what they're doing for me, and I'll laugh a lot. Every once in a while, that yields free food.
Free food? Hey! All right!
Oftentimes, that yields a call to the manager. More often. More often.
Yeah, 5-finger discount.
Well, 5-finger getaway.
Okay. Lou, what have you... Lewis. Hey. Look at you. What have Lewis Rogers, folks. It's the house band.
All right.
Lou, you seem like you're in better shape since the last episode.
I tell you, I talked to Jared after the show. And, he was really, I felt like he was really sensitive to my needs. And he gave me my stipend.
Oh, he did!
I got my stipend. So, I went to Hawaii.
Oh!
Hawaii?
Oh my God!
Which island were you on?
Oahu.
Oh.
It's beautiful there. It's beautiful.
What is
and Maui. Maui also.
Oh. More than one. You were island hopping.
More Oahu fans here.
Maui was beautiful. Maui was beautiful.
What were you doing in Hawaii? Hawaii.
Mainly just hanging Chakabran, surfing, lots of surfing. I did a lot of surfing. I bought this shirt at the at the Macy's in Hawaii.
Now, how many did you hang?
I hung many Chakabras. Too many to count. I became an expert surfer there. Mainly just on surfing, not necessarily a surfer, just expert on surfing.
Academic.
And I got good at roasting a pig too.
Whoa!
Those are the few things that you learn when you go to Hawaii.
You know, I really wish that I went to Hawaii now.
You know what? It just so happens that I learned a little something in Hawaii.
What's that?
It's here, let me just. You're about to get laid.
Oh!
Live on television,
Big
folks.
trip. All right, what's happening here?
Addison finally gets laid on television.
He's
He's been laid many times, but he's always been wanting to do it on television.
Yeah. Oh. Wow.
So normally afterwards we roast a pig. And Shaka Bra, go on the waves. Hit the waves right after you hit the waves, after you got laid.
That's great.
It was a life-changing experience. As you can see, I've changed my whole outfit.
Right.
I wear sunglasses now.
You grew out your hair in Hawaii.
I grew out my hair. I thought about a lot of life things, and I'm glad to be back. I stopped playing the entertainer. I got out of that. It took a long time, but you know.
You didn't get in the back of a shaved ice truck?
No. I knew that wasn't the job I had to take there. I had to get out of that bad mindset. I think of that as the worst time of my life now.
Oh. Well, you got your stipend. Now you're back on track.
I feel great. Thank you to the Mike Adams Show for taking care of that. It was extreme stress in my life, and now it's over. So I'm really glad for that.
Did you blow through the whole thing?
Yeah, it's all gone now.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
Because it's gonna. I just wanted to warn you because we still have a little left of ours.
Yeah, certainly.
They were sizable.
Real big chunks.
You got to make it through season 2. I'd hate to see you in a barrel next time. You know what I mean? A barrel with suspenders over.
Oh yeah.
That'd be terrible. I just want to make sure you're gonna be all right.
I appreciate it, but you know, my finances are my own business.
You've been getting your rent checks in on time.
Right.
So that's good. Our apartment,
yeah, of course,
that we share. Lou's been paying the rent on time, so as long as that happens, I don't care what you do.
That's perfect. Yeah, exactly.
I appreciate you guys staying out of my finances and
I don't go in that corner of the apartment.
Let me stay at your house.
It's our house.
Yeah, it's our place.
Our house.
Our place. I mean, what does it say above the kitchen?
That's a good question.
Our place.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. And I'm getting really comfortable in the bed. I didn't think that a double was going to do it.
Now that you're not moving around as much, I'm feeling more comfortable in the bed.
Good. It's all for you, buddy.
We've got quite a show for you tonight, folks.
Yeah,
Hey, first of all, Louis Rogers, right?
Yeah, Louis Rogers. He's a guy I know, and he's my brother.
He's got, I see bright things in this guy's future. I don't know. I think he's going places.
It's Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii. We got a big show tonight. We've got, yeah, that's it.
Sure.
That's enough.
Why not?
Yeah. I say let's get started. Our first guest.
Hey!
Like I said, cough syrup. Nope. Cough pills. Cough pills.
Cough pills. That's how they're prescribed to me when I talk to the doctor. Oh, you need about a handful of cough pills. And I take them every time, and they make me feel good. But more, this season's going to be dedicated to catchphrases.
Make me feel good.
Make me feel good. It works every time, folks. Oh!
Now we know how to get a laugh, finally. That's all it takes. Our first guest is a photographer here in town who takes risque photos.
Well, yeah.
You guys like the sound of that, you perverts? Good news, they're on the internet.
Whoa!
Let's go ahead and bring her out. Samantha McGranahan from Unveiled. Samantha McGranahan. How you feeling, Sam?
I'm kind of nervous.
Nervous? Don't be nervous. You're here because... Whoa. I almost knocked this down. No,
Whoa! Spend all your stipend on a new TV.
You take photographs. Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of photographs? Tell us about them. Because I before you came out, I said they were risque. Do you think that's fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how you were going to describe them because some people would say that and some people would not say that.
You know, okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I mostly said it tongue in cheek because it's a comedy show.
Yeah.
Also, some people are dead to the world. So. Totally no.
That's right. That's right. So what you do, let's see, I wrote it down. Boudoir and modern glamour photography.
Yes.
Yeah, that's your official, I've got that from your website.
Yes.
Yeah. What does that entail? What's that mean?
So I I've been a photographer since 2007.
Okay.
And I used to shoot weddings and family sessions and babies and everything that a family or a couple would need photos of. But I always really loved shooting boudoir photos because it really helped people feel really good about themselves. And I just recently moved to Bloomington, so I've only been here for 2 years, and it was kind of a nice chance for me to kind of reinvent my studio. So I decided to go with that because I enjoy it the most, and it's really kind of an emotional experience for the women that come in, and sometimes it does get a little risque, but a lot of times it's really filled with people kind of unveiling themselves.
Yeah,
that's why it's called that.
You know, that's what I was going to ask, actually, is like, maybe we can show some of the photos while we're talking about it so people know what we're doing. But what I was going to ask you is, like, when ladies come in to have their session done with you, what is the curve like for just comfort level between you and them? Like, when does it feel like, all right, we all trust each other, everything here is, do you do a consultation before that?
Yeah, so a lot of the women that you see there are actually people that I know. I did a model call so that I would have nice material to show as I kind of reinvented the studio. And so a lot of these people I either know because I photographed them in some other way before, like a family session or a wedding or something like that, and or I know them through someone, so they may have had kind of a loose connection, they knew who I was, and they kind of felt semi-comfortable. But as I got through the model session, so I had a lot of great stuff for the website, and now I'm getting referrals from all these women who came in, and it's a lot of people that I really don't know. And they're, with this type of photography, people don't just say, oh, we need family photos, and we're going to book them next Saturday. They sit on it for so long. They wait, and they ask a million questions, and then they kind of back off. And then they ask the same questions again. And it's kind of like, it usually takes people a few months to warm up to the idea and actually book a date. And so a lot of what I'm doing with the studio is trying to...
I'm sorry, folks. I'm very, very sorry. Sam did not take this photo.
That was great.
That is from a session that Lewis and I did. How did that get in there?
I don't know. I wish it did.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
Is that what happens in Hawaii?
It must be from Hawaii, yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
That's how you get laid.
Yeah. So sorry to interrupt, Lou. I've liked him. He is always trying to show off.
I love it.
You do exclusively women?
I've done a couple boudoir sessions with couples.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
How does that go?
Usually it's focused around the woman. It's usually, a lot of times people book these sessions for a gift. So it's like a upcoming wedding or an anniversary or something like that. That's usually how people come across this. And usually it's a surprise and they keep it a secret. So it's very different than any other type of photo shoot because with a family session, they talk about it on Facebook and they want you to post all their pictures. And with this, I just, as a side note, I have permission to show all these pictures.
Yeah.
So you know that. So it's harder to market it because people don't talk about it. They don't check in at your studio and shout from the rooftops that they're doing something like this. It's very secret and it's very personal. And sometimes people can't keep a secret, and so they'll tell their husband or whoever, and they'll want to be a part of it. And so it's really fun because it's more kind of like an editorial magazine type shoot. It's not. It doesn't like cross any. I have some studio boundaries. So.
That's actually that's good. That's what I was going to ask next. Was like. How far can it go and still just be a boudoir shoot?
Yeah, when there's a couple there, it usually doesn't go too far.
Yeah, I guess I mean, even when it's a solo shoot, like, what are your sort of boundaries? You know, like you mentioned, like what?
Oh man, this is like a nightmare of a question.
Well, maybe this. Have you ever been in a position where it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa?
No, luckily no.
Yeah.
I have gotten some phone calls to the studio from husbands inquiring on behalf of their wives with some very questionable requests that I always kind of just handle on a case by case scenario.
Hello, this is Addison Rogers. Yeah. Okay, I understand.
But typically typically it's women who, like I said, they're usually doing it for a gift and they're excited to do it, but they're very, very nervous. And hopefully, I chose the before and after pictures on purpose instead of just showing some really polished finished images, because a lot of times people will see the finished images and they just will completely separate themselves from it and they'll think, oh, I can't do that. But the before pictures are just everyday women, and then you're seeing what happens after they're styled with hair and makeup and they are posed correctly for their body type, and all of these things kind of come together with lighting and editing and everything, and then they have these beautiful images. And so those before and after pictures are really powerful on the website, and that's why I specifically took them so that I could show them that way and really use it as a tool to help people kind of put themselves in that situation.
And you guys do hair, excuse me, hair, makeup, you're posing people, you're doing the whole bit. Yeah, so what is your studio like?
So it's pretty small. On occasion when I do special events, I'll work with hair and makeup artists, but if someone were to just book me for a typical session, they'd work with me one-on-one from everything. So they would show up, we would kind of go over all the outfits that we talked about and kind of lay out a game plan. I do the hair and makeup styling, I do airbrush makeup, and I usually try to keep the hair pretty, I don't do updos or anything like that, I try to keep it so that we can flow and do different poses and things like that. And then I also, we start early in the morning, we're done by lunch, and I usually send them off somewhere cool in Bloomington to go eat lunch, and then I edit while they're gone. And so when they come back, they get to see, I have a little area in the studio where they can do a viewing session, so they come back and all the images are edited and ready to go. So if they decide they want to buy all the digital files, I can just load them on a USB and send them out the door, or if they want an album, we can select those.
Are you getting a lot of out-of-towners then? You
yeah,
said
yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm from Terre Haute, so it's only an hour from here, and so a lot of it.
Only an hour from Bloomington.
So a lot of it is just based off of, like what I said before, they know me, or it's a referral somehow, so they feel really comfortable hiring me versus someone that they don't know. And so I've got that going on. I'm trying to kind of build something in Bloomington, but we're just going heard stages.
Yeah,
so.
Sure. Let me ask you this. You mentioned before that, people felt good afterward, and I've heard you talk before about it being kind of empowering a little bit. Can you just talk about some of the feedback you've gotten from folks who...
So when we did the model call, I specifically did a call where they had to apply for it. And my whole reasoning behind it was I was getting ready to do it full time. I had a studio, it was ready to go, and I had a few portfolio pieces I could show from older studios I had back in Terre Haute. So it was kind of not really the same environment that I had made here in the studio that I have. And I wanted fresh images, I wanted to have more to show off. And in the past, I'd always experienced that people were very reserved. They didn't want to give me permission to share them because Terre Haute's a little bit different than Bloomington. They're not as open-minded. And it was hard for me to get them to sign a model release so I could use them on my website. So I was kind of starting fresh, and it was exciting because I had a whole new space to shoot in.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that I could fill the downtime in March and have like 4 or 5 shoots, and it'd be fun and kind of start freshening things up. And I did the model call, and I posted just on social media just to people that I knew or were connected through people I knew. And I had like 60-some people apply. And it was really awesome. I was really blown away. And I actually cut it off like a week early because I was hoping to get like 10 or 12 people to apply and then be able to have 4. And so I was sitting on it, and I really, they had to apply. They had to give me their name, why they wanted to do it, and kind of tell me a little bit about themselves and how they felt about their body. And it was more, unveiled kind of, when you say risque photos, like it is like that, but it's more about people being comfortable in their own bodies and not worrying about looking perfect, but being comfortable who they are.
Yeah.
And even though I am photoshopping them and I'm making sure that their skin looks great and things like that, but I'm not morphing their body or making them look like a different person, and I just want to take the very best picture they've ever had taken. So
they're beautiful photographs, definitely. You won't believe us, we're out of time.
Okay.
Blew
oh,
by.
wow, good.
Yeah.
I was really nervous.
Thanks so much, Sam.
Okay,
Where can people find the photos and find you? Where are you at?
Unveiled-photo.com.
Unveiled-photo.com. Great. Stick around. Can you hang around? Okay, great. Stick around. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. show. We did it. Our next guest, you may know as the drummer from popular rock and roll band Foxygen. Got a few fans in the crowd, that's good. You might know him from his solo work as Diane Coffey. Yeah. You may also know him because you were recently in his music video. Here he is, folks. Let's have a big round of applause for Shaun Fleming.
Hi. Hey.
Shaun Fleming, folks. Yeah. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you know, we hung out one time after a show in Bloomington. Yeah, well, actually, I'm thinking of before that. There was a Mount Erie show where we kind of kicked around. You and Tim and I afterward for a while.
Yeah,
you were probably
I was out there.
wigging out.
I'm wigging out right now.
I know, me too, man. I had some cough pills. Okay, so you're a busy guy.
Oh yeah.
You're doing a whole lot of stuff. You just wrapped up some touring with Foxygen, is that right?
Yeah, we just got back from Europe. We did 3 days out there, and that's going to be the last Foxygen run for a while.
Okay.
Till the next record.
Okay, great. And so in the meantime, you're working on Diane Coffey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's that mean for you?
That just means the world, Mike.
Wow.
I'm excited. I mean, you know, this is the first time I'm going to have a huge amount of space to really push this record. And it's, you know, I'm really excited about the record and to get out there and start playing again.
Everybody's a good dog?
Everybody's a good dog.
That's the record. Yeah. There it is. Look at that. Western Vinyl.
Western Vinyl.
Great label. I'm a fan of that label.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your video a little bit.
Which one?
Every Day.
Every Day.
Yeah. That's
All
the one
right.
that's out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You shot it here in Bloomington.
I did. Yeah.
Actually, I'm getting ahead of things. Yeah. You're in Bloomington.
I'm in Bloomington?
Those cough pills are really working.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're kicking in. No, you live here.
I do.
Yeah, but you're not from here.
No.
What brought you here?
Well, I moved here from New York because I hated New York.
Yeah, all right.
No, I couldn't. I mean, you know, I did Boston for a while. I did New York for a while. I'm from a small town in, like, Southern California, the greater Los Angeles area, and it's a lot like, it feels a lot like, well, that little area is a lot like Bloomington.
Okay.
And that's kind of why I fell in love with this place.
That's great.
Yeah.
You've been here for a little bit now.
Yeah, like 2 years?
Yeah, it's great. You have become acquainted with quite a few people in town.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah, and meaning you've gotten in bed with them, so to speak.
Bring some pictures?
Yeah, let's go to the images. I'm out of my mind, people. You have no idea. I'm barely holding it together. Dry mouth, too. My hands also look humongous. We have a clip from Every Day.
Oh, well.
And that's why I bring up all these Bloomington folks. You shot it here in Bloomington.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with Bloomington people.
Yeah, my friends and neighbors. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? Can we watch the clip? Let's go to the clip. How about that?
You really
That's the hook from every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the solo record, are you employing people to play, or are you doing most of it?
On the first one, I did most everything myself. On this one, it's kind of like a family record. I had a lot of people that I cared about on this record. I had Sam and Rado from Foxygen. They appear on it. I have...
Rado was on the show once.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he was.
That was a great episode.
Oh, well,
He played a little ditty, right?
He did it. He really lifted that thing up. He did, yeah, they performed. Yeah. We should have you do that sometime.
Yeah, maybe. I'm a busy man.
I know. Hey, in that video, you really looked like you knew what you were doing. You were really hamming it up.
That's all Hollywood, baby.
You ever surf out there?
Yeah.
If you ever need somebody to show you how to learn about surfing, Lewis, he's your man.
Yeah, an expert.
Yes.
Surfing expert.
I love that. Yeah.
What I'm getting around to is you've got some acting chops. Is that fair to say?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
That seems fair. Well, hang on.
Now, on the last episode, which happened so long ago, we were just given lines and we were told to read them.
Yeah.
And we got through it. I don't know how.
Oh, we acted.
We acted. Now,
Forgot.
Did you ever do anything like that? Like, do you have to do a lot of stuff just on your feet? This is not knowing anything of what Mike's talking about. I don't know what you're doing, but it sounds like you're acting. Like that? You have access for an actor? I'll tell you, they only give me so many cough pills.
What I want to know is, how does that translate into now fronting your own band?
Well,
as a professional ham.
Well, I will say this: I did more voice acting than I did like stage and screen.
Okay.
And that I do attribute to like learning how to manipulate my voice a lot. And I think in this record and in the last, I kind of play with a lot of different kind of timbres, and you know, it allowed me to kind of just manipulate in different ways, and it kind of, I don't know.
Is that song fairly representative of what we're getting from the record, or where does it take us? Where are we going?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, it's like psychedelic Motown.
Got some soul, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's great. You do a bunch of cough pills.
I do a bunch of cough pills, and I just get out there and I just give it my best shot. I come back and people tell me it was good. I don't. I wake up the next morning and they said, "Hey, great."
That's about all you can ask for.
That's
Only one note. It was bad, was it good? It was good, you keep recording the next day.
Yeah. Music's easy. Like that.
You make it look that way.
Yeah. When does the record?
They tell me.
When does the record come out?
Record comes out September 4th.
September 4th.
Yeah. Hey! And you can pick it up at your local record store, landlocked down the road.
Not only that, you got some tour dates coming up, right?
I've got a mess of tour dates.
How long is the tour?
It's like 2 months.
That's a hulking tour.
That's a big tour, yeah.
Yeah. Where is it taking you?
All across these great United States, and once, and then once in Canada.
Oh.
Yeah.
Canadian show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Great cough medicine.
They just give you free cough pills everywhere you go.
At the border, they say like, "Hey, welcome. Here's NyQuil."
Syringes and cough pills.
Yeah. The reason they're so nice.
You're not going to believe this. I know that feels like it really whipped by. But we are out of time already. You can believe it or not.
I could.
Why do we hate this guy? I like you a lot, Shaun. I don't know why this has got so crazy.
I feel really good about it.
Yeah, okay.
I feel good, period.
Doesn't matter what happens on that end of the stage. Wow. Everybody's different colors. Oh, that's your shirts.
Shaun, thanks so much for being here, man. I hope it wasn't too weird for you. Shaun Fleming, folks. We're going to take a break. Diane Coffee. Record's coming out September 4th. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Sleeping Bag. I'm very, very, very excited because my good friends, Sleeping Bag, are here. They are going to play their new song, Touch of Gold. Here they are, Sleeping Bag! Thanks so much for coming out to the show. That does it. 2 episodes down. We'll see you next time. Thanks again so much for being here. Thank you. Good night.